Sure Travel had found us the finest corner of the island in the new Essque Zanzibar resort. This time of year, it's an average 25 degrees, humidity's low, and GM Nicolas Koenig was out to make Peter and Leanne's stay an absolute breeze.
When you come to the hotel, this hotel has no reception, no paper to be filled up. They're gonna bring you straight to the room. Teresa gonna welcome you now.
The resort is in high demand for its guest suites and for the villas in their private residence club, which is based on a timeshare model. It's so popular that a guest even offered $4 million to buy one of the units. At the heart of it all is a signature structure that's really the Empire State Building of Zanzibar.
Nicholas, this has to be one of the highest wooden structures I've ever seen.
I'm glad you talk about it because it is the highest structure in Zanzibar. The exact height of the structure is 38 meters high.
All this air under Makuti thatch offers a glorious, naturally cool microclimate, conditions spot on for the original artworks the resort boasts as part of its resident gallery. The setting is the real masterpiece, though. And having built with reclaimed rock, installed their own water treatment plant, solar heating, and salt chlorinated pools, the hotel aims to impact their surrounds as little as possible.
What is it about Zanzibar that people just fall in love with?
Zanzibar is magic. Magic by the historic, magic by the place, magic by the people. And on the top of that, you got all the water sport activities, you got the spa. What can you not love about this hotel?
It's made for lovebirds, something Leanne teased Yanez about, nicknaming him Dupree after the third wheel character in the film You, Me and Dupree.
I don't know about you guys, but this hammock is so boring. I can't lie here any longer.
To me, this is what holidays are about. Lying around, going for massages, the pool is as far as I'll go.
Let's go get some action. I mean, we're on the ocean. Let's go sailing or diving or do something.
Dupree, take Bash.
Bust a move.
Get my ticket out of here.
The nickname Bash came from Peter's childhood habit of bashing his head on the dining room table when he wished to be excused. Now, he just excuses himself.
I hope Leanne's not too upset that I pulled you away from the hammocks.
Nah, I'm pretty sure she'll be alright. I mean, she quite enjoys a bit of time out in the spa anyway.
Check that guy climbing the palm tree. We should do that. In fact, we should race up there.
We could give it a shot.
Yeah, let's go do it.
They opted for the crash course.
So how do you do this?
Hii ni kamba kukolea mnazi kama unavyoiona inasaidia sana kunipatafu kukolea mnazi.
So basically all you use is a rope or a fishing net. You put it around the arch of your foot, which then tightens, and you go up the ridges of this palm tree all the way to the top. And then how you come down, we'll find out. Peter, the great thing is you guys are probably about the same height and the same weight, so it's definitely made for you too.
Was it a frog? A kangaroo? No, it was a Stormers and Springbok fly half doing something his agent, coaches, mother, girlfriend and employers might have frowned on. But when someone throws down a challenge, what's a man supposed to do?
You look quite awkward.
I don't do this every day, that's for sure.
Those feet have been in boots too long.
I'm really concerned about how to get down from here. That's my worry.
Peter, you can come down when you feel it's manly enough. Did that hurt your feet a bit?
Extremely. But I left a mark up there for you, Naz. I'll see if we can reach that one.
Not only do life and limb hang by a thread of fishing net, but our presenter got the impression he might also be compromising his chances of bringing any future Yanezes into the world.
Help!
I want to watch you come down from there now.
Help! Seriously, I don't know how I'm going to get down. My arms, my feet, my ego. Oh. Need I say more?
Now that's competitiveness, eh?
How beating Peter Grant up a tree will help Yanez's career remains to be seen, but Leanne wasn't about to lose any sleep or spa time over it. And South African spa manager Lindy de Wet had laid on a world of hands-on spoiling that the adrenaline fraternity just wouldn't understand.
Look at this. Why would I want to be out there with the boys?
Peter's had more than enough physio treatment this year for injuries. When he resumed play, his boot was deadly accurate, and his running game has flourished in his first season with Japan's Kobe Steel Rugby Club.
How different is the rugby there?
You can imagine the guys are a lot smaller, so I mean the whole dimension about it is just totally different. They're a lot quicker, the game's very fast, rucks are quick. Overall the skill level is pretty good, so it's not that
different. You've played so many games in your career. Are there any specific highlights?
As a South African, obviously representing your country is the prime, the biggest highlight I have. Playing for the Springboks, running out for them against Australia, in Australia, and of course standing up against the New Zealand haka. That's something that I remember and will never forget.
He has a wealth of believers who'd like to see him in the Bok number 10 jersey, bringing a composed temperament and attacking ability to take the ball up, get his back line running, and to defend. He plays the complete game, and jet skis pretty well too.
Oh, that was awesome. How was that for you?
It was really good. Really enjoyed that.
In the beginning, I couldn't quite gauge it, but then I realized as you hit that wave, you've got to basically accelerate and just go through it.
No, definitely. If you're going much faster, it's a lot easier. Eh?
Good to do some boy stuff, eh?
Quality. Loved it.
You can indulge in motorized water sports, but in these outrigger dugout fishing boats the island is so famous for, a man gets to truly test himself.
It's fair to say that I beat you up the palm tree, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Well, Peter, you got a chance to redeem yourself. This is a typical Zanzibarian sailing boat called an Ingalawa, and I reckon we should race these.
But let's do it.
Which one's the fastest boat?
This one is the first one.
Cool, I'll take this one. You can grab that one over there. May the best man win.
Okay, fair.
Cheers. Sugu, how does this boat work?
We can sail together, but if you don't have wind, you must use paddle also.
Okay, so it's all about the muscle. I'm ready for this.
On our Zanzibar escape with Sure Travel, Peter Grant and Yanez's duel in the surf revealed the meaning of occupational fitness. With the breeze non-existent, their traditional fishing vessels rely on a fisherman's ability to power a paddle. They clearly don't offer this option down at Yanez's gym.
Honestly, I don't understand sailing, but we just seem to be falling further and further behind.
Yanez, what's it like there? Second place, eh?
This is a defeated man. See these eyes. Got no more power left in them.
Peter's edge has a lot to do with a job that demands an 80-minute arm wrestle every Saturday. Their next pursuit was a cultural tour of the capital, Stone Town, which was recently declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Persians first used it as a harbour town base from which to trade with East Africa. Our tour guide, Henry, would fill in the gaps.
Zanzibar is famous for its spice trade, the good smell, the attitude of the people, very friendly, very tranquil.
You experience their history in the modest but powerful memorial to the 50,000 or more slaves who passed through this port every year, traded and mistreated as if they were crops or spices.
These are the slave chambers that the slaves were kept in. Originally they were 15. At the moment there are only 2 remaining. The one that we're in right now was for the ladies and the children.
This really is so claustrophobic and humid in here, and to think that actually up to any given moment in time there'd be 75 women and children living in here. They'd only be given fruit, and the only light they would get would be from these little slits in the wall over here, 1, 2 and 3. Now we're lucky because we've got a peg light that's shining on here, but can you imagine staying here in almost total darkness? People would suffocate to death and the others would starve.
It was with the abolitionist movement that the British took control here, establishing ties that would bring a young man of Iranian and Indian ancestry to Britain and change rock and roll forever.
That's a gentleman commonly known in Zanzibar as Farouk Bulsara. To the world, he was known as Freddie Mercury. And this is the house that he was born in. And this is the entrance to the market where we can get many different Zanzibari items, paintings, curios and stuff.
As someone who works in trend forecasting, Leanne was alive to the colourful input of the bustling streets.
You two look very happy together. Where did you guys meet?
We met in Stellenbosch via a mutual friend, and
both studying at Stellenbosch at the same time. So,
yes.
Part-time studies more than real full-time studying, but it was good nonetheless. Got it done.
And we were friends for quite a long time, and then eventually we fell in love. We think our story is quite romantic.
Bash was blushing and seemed quite happy when the conversation moved on to the major topic most tourists remark on, the town's extraordinary doors.
You see these detailed wooden doors everywhere.
Yes, that's true, guys. They're traditional Zanzibari doors. They've been in Zanzibar for over 130 years. It's part of the history. We have Persian doors, we have Indian doors, we have Arab doors, and each door tells a story of its own.
As the most public symbol of a family standing, the door frame was the first part of a house to go up. And with the arrival of Indian craftsmen, an imported tradition became indigenous.
This place is actually so different to any other island I've actually been to because it's got a sense of history. It's got this authenticity to it. It almost feels a bit like Havana, Cuba. You know, all the buildings are kind of run down. You can see the old shutters that are painted in different colors and the woodwork up there. Also, everywhere there's a hustle and bustle. There are people in these streets. There are artisans working. There's people just chilling and someone sewing something over here. There's a real feeling of arts and crafts going on here.
Peter and Leanne share similar tastes, from music to food to bubblegum-flavoured milkshakes, but freshly squeezed sugarcane juice was a first.
One of the things that everyone's been telling me is you have to sample some of the local street food in Stone Town. So I don't know if you guys are brave enough.
Oh, come on, we both grew up on farms. We are more than willing.
Sugarcane, should we do it?
Yeah, let's definitely do it. Let's give it a shot. Eh?
Tourists who've done holidays where the resort is everything love Zanzibar, because the resort is only half the fun, the mix of history and culture making it like 2 holidays in one.
Oh, it's not as sweet as you expect, eh?
I think it tastes like a gin and tonic.
Without the gin. Just the tonic.
After a successful season in the vibrant Japanese port city of Kobe, Peter's been getting used to exotic Eastern tastes, and now he'll have Leanne for company.
And I believe you're joining Peter in Japan.
Yes, I am. I'm joining Bash in Japan for the next 7 months. I was there for 3 weeks in December and it was such a wonderful experience. It's definitely a place I feel like I can live for a little while. It really enriches you as a person, I find.
Cheers to Zanzibar.
Cheers to Zanzibar.
You can experience Zanzibar